I got two things to review after this. We might have to. We have an interview coming up in about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
If we may, just stay on longer to do more reviews, but I want to hear because the poster got me interested. I love indie sci-fi, so I'm interested already because I love indie sci-fi. Alan, tell me about Lumina.
Okay, so you like the poster? Let's just call that bait and switch.
Oh no, really?
Yeah.
All
right. So the movie opens up at a kind of a gathering of friends. Alex owns this home. He allows his friend he allows his friend Patricia to stay with them. Alex is in love with Tatiana, a very hot model from London. And then there's Delilah in the picture who has a crush on Alex, and everyone knows it, but Alex. So after the party is over, the four are hanging out. Tatiana decides to go out for a swim. Alex is taking a shower, and as Tatiana is swimming, the mansion begins to rumble, and all the liquid at the party, the alcohol, the wine, and the swimming pool start to rise, start to become steam and float. And all of a sudden, Tatiana vanishes, and Alex comes down, heartbroken. His love is gone, and Patricia is there to console, but realizes that Patricia is jealous of Tatiana, and he boots her because she says, "I wish that B would disappear." All right, so that's the setup. What ultimately happens is Alex realizes that this was an alien abduction. He calls his friend George, who's basically would appear on Gary's Alien show, and they decide to go and investigate. And part of the investigation is visiting Tom, played by Eric Roberts, who we find out is an alien hybrid. And from there becomes the mystery of what happened to Tatiana, and how can we rescue her? How can we get to the aliens to rescue her? This movie's not good. The main reason is the acting is just really bad. It's really overblown. I'll say this again. I appreciate the fact this is a very indie film. You and I see a lot of indie films at home, and you're like, yeah, it deserves to be seen at home. This is one of those, and it was just weird to see it on the big screen. And the acting is bad. I think, if I were to give it positives, the filmmakers love sci-fi. The filmmakers love action. They did their best to create sets, to do animation, to even create creatures in this one. And I'll give it kudos for that. But it's if you are going to see it, it's going to be one of those Netflix and chills on a Friday night. And I wouldn't go to a theater this. The funny story is, as much as I talk about how bad the acting is, there's one person in the theater watching it with me. She decided to sit like 2 seats down from me. And afterwards, she asked me what I thought. I go, "Oh man, this was not good." And I go, "The acting is bad." And she says, "Oh, okay, that's interesting." Because my cousin is in the movie. Her cousin was George.
Small world, man.
George. And I'm like, well, I like George. George is a good character. And she goes, "I know." and then
embarrassing.
I know. And then she goes, "I saw it for him, and I have to tell him what you think." And I go, "Great, thanks."
They're watching now. They're watching right now. Probably. Hey,
oh my God.
Good to see you. Hey.
Look, George was great. I love George. I was like, is that Jaleel White? Just because of the way he acted. It was kind of bordering Urkel territory, but it was funny. It's not good. But again, we're uplifting indie films. That's what we do. And I'm glad it's in the theater. I just don't know how it got into theaters.
Yeah. Well, there you are.
This is a pass.
So you don't recommend it?
I don't think you need to see this one.
Okay.